What up, guys? Whew. I got a no heat on this guy here. I had not planned on recording today. I was going somewhere else. I got pulled off. This is tied to a tracker panel. This was kind of just crept up on him this morning. So I've seen this guy run, but there's a lockout showing heating failure at the tracker panel that's controlling this unit. Before I reset this guy, obviously we'll see what code, if any, is flashing. We're going to ohm out that igniter and make sure this guy got a new heat exchanger not too long ago, and if the igniter didn't get replaced, that can cause some problems. Seen it happen before on a control system that it wouldn't light the first try, but that second try it would light. So you would see the alarm, and then you would get to the unit and it would be heating. So that's what we're going to investigate first before we get anything reset. Let's get these panels off, see what we got. One, two. Does look like the igniter got replaced at some point. We're gonna ohm it out. Oh, that's what happened. Look at that. The screw broke off. Damn it, man. I don't know what I can do about that. Maybe I can retap it. That sucks. Alright, well, let's ohm it out like I had planned, and then we'll see what we can do with the damn thing. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. 130 ohms, that's a lot. I think so. Typically, I'm gonna ramble off some random numbers. I've heard 80 ohms, and once you start getting above that 80 to 100 ohm mark, you can have issues out of them. Another giveaway is I had a flame sensed with, or no flame sensed with a call for heat as an alarm as well. If I scrolled through the log, that is not only the igniter, but that senses the flame back to the heating control board, which you can see has been getting hot. That could be part of our problem too. So that's gonna be our flame. You can check your flame right there. So I need a new igniter. The board doesn't look great. We can see the burn spot. We'll see how it goes with the igniter and let them know what's going on, because I'm not going to have that board, but I should have an igniter, so at least we can get that, and then we'll ohm out the new one. I don't know if I'll be able to secure that thing much better, but we're going to see what we can do with that damn. Those things always rust out. If you have one of these negative pressure gas valves and you're changing that igniter, change the screws first of all, but be careful, because those screws rust out, break off, and you're kind of screwed. There ain't a whole lot you can do with that. I really didn't want to have to drill out screws this early in the morning. That's what's left of the bottom screw. I might have to figure out, I mean, these are just ate up. Whatever I get in there's probably not coming out. So I'm gonna see what I've got screw wise on my truck. I mean, I might be able to make some threads, but it's rusted pretty good. So I'm gonna see what I got, see what I can get to secure a new igniter, and then we'll go through and check pulling wires off while I was in here screwing. we'll check the gas pressure, make sure this thing fires off. So I got my new igniter, and it's gonna sit in there like that. I had to use a bigger screw up top. The bottom screw feels like it's still threading, so we're gonna carefully get this guy in there, and then go from there. We'll try to fire this guy off. So we got our gasket in. I'm 97 ohms on this one. So the old one was a 130. I don't know where I got that 80 number from. I feel like somebody told me that a long time ago, because I had some issues with these years ago on a control system that they would never fire the first attempt, and then you would get an alarm on the control system, and then the second attempt it would fire, and it came back to the igniter. So we're gonna get this guy fired up. Everything else looks all right. We'll check our gas pressure. This is a negative pressure gas valve, so you can see my gas supply comes in, and then combustion blower blows through this chamber here. This is a big barrel that goes all the way back, and then it's got the smaller tubes come out the top up there. So let's get my gas pressure hooked up, see if this guy don't fire. Oh, we can see the heat exchanger's been changed. There's not even really any rust on that. You can see that's our barrel. And then going out the top. So let's get this guy fired off. Alright, so we got power back on. She should cycle in heat. We could have an issue with that board there. I don't know what 2 flash code is. It doesn't, these things don't tell you anything, which is dumb, but and I don't have a manual. So we're just gonna let it cycle here, see what happens. We're gonna draw a negative once that motor starts. We're gonna see a negative, and then once it fires off, it's negative 0.2 is the setting. It says negative regular, yeah, 0.2 inches water column. Got no lockout. I got this is on control system, so it's a 3-wire Trane stat. I can go down to the tracker panel if I need to. I'm gonna give it a minute. It's just gonna have a delay, and then we should fire off. So she sounds good. -3 right now. You'll hear these things. They'll sputter and kind of make a weird fluttering sound if they fire off overfired. It should start up nice and smooth. So it's going to go through its time delay, run the motor, and we'll get an igniter and a gas valve shortly. And we're just going to watch our gas pressure. It was a nice smooth fire. -0.1. So let's adjust slightly. I'm gonna adjust just like normal. That could have been part of it. I mean, that's a smooth fire, and I'm happy with 0.1. But just to keep from any ignition issues, because we had an ignition failure. Let's adjust down to 0.2, -0.2. That's right on it. We're gonna get a temp rise on it. I'm gonna cycle it down and fire it off again just to be safe. Should be able to pull, might be able to pull power to the board. Heartbeat's normal operation. With the coffer heat, it's steady on any other time, and then your lockout codes that are non-existent, which is always helpful. I just hit the valve, the on-off switch, so we'll let it recycle. Just make sure our pressure's good and it sounds good again. We'll have to get a temp rise, but other than that, this guy ought to be all right. That's my LCI communication board, your regular RTRM. These are old. Like I said, we're going to recommend the board go, but we've got refrigerant issues here. We've had evaporator leaks, all kinds of stuff with these units. So it's plus 20 years at least. And we're just trying to get them through another nice smooth fire off. -0.2. So I'm happy with it. We got that secured. So I'm gonna let this one go. Like I said, I'm gonna get a temp rise on it, but they ought to be all right for now. I got a few other things on site that I gotta go look at. So leave a cherry better than you found it. See y'all next time.